My name is Misty Calger, and I would like to welcome you to the Morgan County Child Advocacy Center, or CAC for short. Here at the Child Advocacy Center, we are a proud United Way partner agency, and what that means is that we receive United Way funding, which then allows us to provide our services at no cost to the children and families that we see. Here at the Child Advocacy Center, we provide three main services to children 0 to 18 years old. And our services are provided to children that have been victims, or there is suspicion that they are victims of sexual abuse, physical abuse, or witness to violence or homicide or any other traumatic experience. The three services that we provide are forensic interviews, victim advocacy, and trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, or TFCBT for short. What I would like to do is show you around our office and explain in brief what each of those services are so that you know where your money goes when you support the United Way of Morgan County. Typically, the entry point to the Child Advocacy Center is something called a forensic interview. And how we receive referrals for forensic interviews is when Morgan County DHR or any law enforcement jurisdiction within the Morgan County area receives a report where a child has been a victim of abuse or there is suspicion that a child has been a victim. The investigators assigned to those cases refer the families to us so that a trained forensic interviewer can speak to the child about what has happened to them or what they have been witness to. When a forensic interview happens, the interviewer brings a child back to this room, which we commonly refer to as our talking room, especially for younger children, and the investigators assigned to the case watch the interview live in a room across the hall. The purpose of this is that we want to minimize the number of times that children are questioned or talking about the things that they have witnessed or that have happened to them. We also want to provide a neutral location for them to talk about these situations and with someone that is trained in a trauma-informed background and trained in the most up-to-date literature about how to have these conversations with kids. The other thing is that when we bring a child back, we make sure that they know that there is an investigator or investigators watching the conversation and listening to the conversation happen. The purpose of that is that we never want a child to feel deceived by a Child Advocacy Center staff member, especially since they are entrusting us with some of the most horrible things that have happened to them in their life. And while the interview is happening, there is a trained victim advocate that is meeting with a non-offending caregiver. We know that the situations that bring children and families to us are overwhelming, confusing, and often lead to a lot of questions, and sometimes caregivers just need someone to listen to them and help explain the process to them. The victim advocate stays in contact with the caregiver through the duration of the criminal justice process. We connect caregivers to needed services such as therapy services or medical exams if that's needed. And if and when the family or child is required to go to court, the victim advocate is available to provide court preparation and court accompaniment if they would like us to attend with them. Every child that receives a forensic interview from the Child Advocacy Center is offered trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, or trauma-focused therapy. Trauma-focused therapy is the gold standard therapeutic modality to help kids get better from abuse. And we are able to provide that service at no cost to the families that we serve. Both of our therapists are nationally certified in this modality, and if families were to go out and pay for sessions, they would pay anywhere between $100 and $150 a session, and we are able to provide that at no cost. The funding that we receive from United Way helps us do this, and honestly, therapy is one of the services that helps this job be bearable, because we are able to see children get better and heal. We are able to see kids move on from things that have happened to them and go on to live productive, healthy, and happy lives. We are so thankful to be a United Way partner agency, and we know that the services that we provide are vital to the children and families of Morgan County. We know that statistics show that 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused before they turn 18 years old. And we've also seen that our numbers show that the need for our services continues to grow with each year that passes. I have some statistics from our fiscal year that just ended September the 30th. We provided 218 forensic interviews to children in Morgan County. We provided 2,696 victim advocate contacts. We provided 1,302 free therapy sessions. And overall, we provided services to 781 children and families in the Morgan County community. So thank you for coming on a tour of the CAC with me, and thank you for giving to United Way so that we can continue to provide our services at the level needed by the Morgan County community.